Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Today we are going to be upgrading our ore processing facility. I want to get to the point to where we are making purified crystals and then sorting the purified crystals. So, as you know, right now we're making chunks. So I'm taking a look at Saphirite here, for example. So if we do purified Saphirite sorting, we get iron, copper, silicon, nickel, titanium, and zinc. So this gives us a couple of extra ingredients, or at least one extra ingredient, titanium. I'm not sure about these other ones. The other ones I think we may already be getting. But in any case, we get, by sorting the purified crystals, we can get all of the ores that are available in the game. So what we have to do is take the chunks, and then we turn the chunks into crystals, and then the with the addition of acid, and then the crystals we can turn into purified crystals as they were. So, so I want to start with Saphirite, try to get a handle on this process, and then with whatever time we have left over, we'll continue to upgrade the other processes. So right now for Saphirite, I am running 2 sorting facilities. So let's go ahead and those are Mark IIs as well. So let's go ahead and update this to the same ratio. So we'll do 2 of the Mark IIs sorting the purified crystals. So that'll give us for every 9 crystals in, it looks like we'll get 3 iron, 2 copper, and then 1 each of silicon, nickel, titanium, and zinc. And then the crystals to purified, looks like it's a 1-to-1 ratio there. Those are made in ore refineries. And then it's a 1-to-1 from chunks to Saphirite as well. And then we're also going to need some sulfuric acid, which we are already making. So that shouldn't be a problem. So let's take a look at these other machines, because I don't think I've made those before. Where are the ore refineries? Electro winning cell. Not sure what that's for. Okay. I can't make an ore refinery until I have titanium. All right, so that is going to change our plans somewhat. All right, so let's see if we can get to crystals. So let's do Saphirite. Yeah, Saphirite crystal sorting will also give us... It'll give us the same ores, and it will minus the zinc. Okay, so crystal sorting will give us it'll give us the same output except less copper, no zinc, and we get slag as well. So that's less than ideal, but I'm going to need the titanium before I can get to the next level. So we'll have to do this in stages, apparently. All right, so let's add the Saphirite crystals. All right, so those come from leaching plants, and I can only make leaching plant number 1, of which I am going to need 11. I'm going to round that up to 12. All right, so let's make 5, 10, 11, 12 of those. The sorting facilities I already have. So all I have to do is bring in acid, add the Saphirite chunks, and run those through the leaching plants, and then I'll get all these additional outputs. Okay. That's fine. I don't think I need to wait around here any longer. Let's just head over to the refining facility. Refining. There we go. I don't know if I showed you, but at my Saphirite mine, I think I did. I think I did show you that I was using acid to mine infinite ores now. If I didn't, then there it is. It's probably exactly what you would have expected to see. Okay, so these are both outgoing stations. So I need an incoming station that will bring in acid barrels. All right, that's stone and slag over there. Just trying to think of where I can put it because I didn't leave myself enough room over here. I might be able to squeeze it in here. No, I better leave that open because I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more belts coming here at some point, I think. Okay. Well, I think if I use silos, I'll have enough room to put it here. And then these are empty barrels. So I'm going to need to do something with the empties as well. Am I requesting empties there? I am. I'm requesting empties, and I may have to dispose of empties at a station as well. I'll have to figure out what to do with the empties as I go through this. All right, so let's put a station here. We'll give it some power. Do I have a receiving station in my blueprint book? Yes, I do. All right, so what I'm going to do is... no, I can't use that there. It's facing the wrong way. All right, well, let's get our poles in here. Actually, these should go on the other side. All right, and then what we can do is... I'm going to want this to balance this way. And we can make these long. Let's see. These are all requester stations, aren't they? I need to remember what my configuration is here for a provider station, or a requester station. Okay, well, this is a requester station, except that one's kind of funky. All right, I think I'm just going to have to build this from scratch. Okay. Right, so here we're going to have, no. Single train. And we want not provide priority. If I put empties back in here, I could set this up to... Yeah, I'm going to leave the provide threshold to what it is, which is going to be 1,000. It's 1,000 by default. But I'm going to change the request threshold to 200. And then we'll request... I'll request like 400 sulfuric acid barrels. I'm not going to hook that one up yet until we're ready. Minus 400. Okay, so let's connect these to there. All right, and then actually we can just use, no, I think I do need filter inserters. All right, and then that one we're going to drop over there, and then this one we're going to drop over there. And I'm going to set these to load full barrels. And we're just doing that manually. And then we'll have 3 that put out empty barrels. Yeah, I think this is the best way to do it. This is the same way that we manage the barrels for the coolant, I believe. So I'll just put the empties right back in here. Let's see. Yeah, and actually what I could do is, rather than try to keep these balanced, I think I can just move all the full barrels over to this one. I don't see any problem with doing that. Okay, and then in this case I will set the provide threshold to a high number, as I normally do, because I'm just going to unload the empty barrels whenever a train comes. Yeah, I think that'll be the best way to do this. All right, so now I can connect this one, and that'll bring the barrels in. Oh, okay. I know why I lost my configuration, because I copied afterwards. Okay, and then I'll have a barreling pump. Right here. Okay, and then we actually don't need these at all, because all the empties are going to come in here. Okay, here comes the train. What do we bring? Okay, well, we've got more than 400, so that's good. All right, so this is going to be emptying sulfuric acid. There we go. All right, so we got acid available, which I'm going to have to send over at some point. All right, so let's go down to where the Saphirite chunks used to be made. I'm going to have to get rid of stone before I'm going to be able to do anything, though. All my chunks are gone. All right, so I'm going to pick this up, because we're not doing... I can put the chunks in there, because we're not going to sort chunks anymore. All right, so now, and I'm going to need to move this. So let me... First, let me blueprint this, because that's got all my filters on it, and I'm just going to paste it over there. pick up as much of this ore as I can. Which is not very much. There, just to clear out these belts, and then we'll pick that up. Okay, and then let's put that there. Yeah, I can pick that up. I don't need that anymore. Let me just double check, make sure I still got my filters. Yeah. And we're going to have to add a couple more belts for the titanium and so on. And then we're going to have to move the slag, bring the slag back over this way. All right, so let's get this lined up here. And then I'll do Control V. Control V. There. And everything is moved. And then I can take that out. Looks like my slag is backed up too. So let me get 2, 3, 4. Let me get some of this slag out of here. And then I'll probably just add another warehouse to pick up the stone, just so we can get the process moving again. And then once I get this done, the next thing that I want to do is start making mineral slurry or slag slurry. And we can use that to turn into other ores and mineral catalysts and things like that. Okay, so let's put in our leaching plants. Let's see, I'm not sure how I want to arrange this yet. All right, so we need to bring acid in. I think we can, I don't know why I have 2 of those. Let's just have 1 output of chunks. And then we'll put 6 on each side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to leave another space here for a second belt. Okay, and these are going to make Saphirite crystals from the chunks, and then we'll deposit the crystals on the second belt there. All right, so now let's get our acid brought in. So we'll copy that. Pick up these on the ends. Okay, and then we just need some power poles. Let's see. I want to put these in roughly the same place on every one. I think this will work. And 1, yeah. Yeah, they don't quite reach that far. All right, let's just try this for now. Or I'll just put 1 on every one, just to keep it symmetrical. I'll just put the 1 in the center of each of these. Okay, so inserters, looks like we can use slow inserters in and out. So we'll do a yellow in, and then we'll do a red on the output, and we'll throw a light there. Like so. All right. And then down here, we need to do essentially the same thing, but reversed. No, actually the same thing in the same direction. And one there. Okay. All right, so this one's got chunks, and now we just need the acid. All right, so let's do something like this. All right, and then I suppose we could bring the acid down here. I'm going to switch to brass pipes so I get more reach. And I'm going to have to bring the acid, I think, up here to not get in the way of these other fluids that I'm managing. No, that's not going to be good. All right, I'm just going to go straight up from here. There. I should put a pipe, or pardon me, a pump on that. All right. Let's use my arrow keys again. Move that down. Move that down. Move that down. That is so nice. I don't know how I am ever going to go back to not having that feature. In case you didn't catch that the last time, that's a feature of Picker Extended. It allows you to, I think the feature is called Dolly or something like that. It allows you to move items after they're already placed without having to pick them up first. Very handy. Okay. There we go, and we got acid, and we should be making at least a couple of crystals. There we go. Excellent. Now, I was told that we want to keep some of the chunks. Let me check this this comment again. So Gorda9 said, when upgrading the ore processing, make sure you keep the chunks for some mixed sorting and as a backup for when the crystal and purified sorting backs up. Okay. So we could conserve some chunks. I don't know if I necessarily want to conserve the chunks, but I think we can limit the quantity of crystals coming out, or the quantity of crystals that we store up, and then the chunks will naturally back up as a result of that. So let's use, can we just use a regular steel chest? Let's just have these go into a steel chest. All right, so we'll let the steel chest fill up, and that's it. All right, and then this is going to go into our 2 sorting facilities. And in this case, I can space them like this. Or can I? No, I think I'll run out of room if I do that. Okay, so here's what we can do instead. Let's put my crystals in there. All right, yeah, we can do that. So 1, 2, 3, there. All right, and then these are going to be Saphirite crystal sorting. And this one can go straight in, and this one will have to move slightly, like that. All right, so on outputs, let's just look at transport belts. On output for transport belt, we're going to need, let's see, 0.04, that's 0.15. Okay, far less than a full yellow belt is going to come out of each of these. Right, so we can just have the outputs come out like this and go in over here. And then this is all the space that we have left for the eventual addition of the ore refineries, which I think is not quite big enough. Not enough room, so I'm going to have to do some rearranging once we get to the point that we can upgrade to the crystal sorting. Or purified crystals, rather. Okay, so now slag will need to come out of here. All right, so let's filter this for slag. Reverse, reverse. That's a good place to go. And then we can have it join the rest of the route for the slag there. Okay, so I think this is ready to go as soon as I get rid of some crushed stone. So let's do that. Let's get rid of some crushed stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is I'll have one set of belts coming out, and then I'll have another set of belts going back in. And so, no, I don't want to go back in there. I want to go back in here. Otherwise, I might not create enough room for the crushed stone to come in. Okay, and then we're going to have to start consuming that stone quickly. I'll do that after we get this running. Okay, so this looks good. We've got chunks. We have acid. We have crystals. These are both running. And we should be getting some titanium. There we go. I'm not going to send the titanium out yet. I think what I'll do is I'll wait until I have a bunch. And then we'll make some titanium plate for personal use. Let's see what we need to make titanium plates. Molten titanium, of course. That's not a surprise to anyone. And molten titanium, we can use nickel. Let's use nickel and titanium because I think I have a bunch of nickel ingots. And then the titanium ingots we make from titanium sponges. Are you kidding me? And that is made from titanium tetrachloride, which is made from carbon chlorine gas. Jeez. Okay, let's do processed titanium. All right, so we're going to need carbon, chlorine, and processed titanium. All right, so this is not going to be a casual process by any means. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be able to set this up as an ad hoc sort of a thing. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do it up in the casting area, which means that we'll need to route the titanium ore out of here. Now, the other 4 ores that we're getting from this, we are already managing, so that's okay. So let's set this to filter for titanium ore, which is that stuff. All right, and then we'll have to get it put up into a station over here. I should really get my car out. Okay. It could be this belt here, I suppose. Did we have this? That was, we got that for lead, but I think this is lead, isn't it? Yeah, that's lead. All right, so we can use this belt for titanium. All right, let's add TI to the mix here. And this one, yeah, that's Tom Smotherman. That one's not defined yet. All right, so we'll bring the titanium up here. Oh, get me off of these belts. There we go. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Not a huge one, though. We can deal with it. There. Okay, so there goes the titanium ore, and we don't have very much of it, but we do have some. And so what are we getting from this? We're getting 3 iron and then 1 each of the other ones. So I think that gives us more iron than we got before. Let me see. Let's look at Saphirite chunks. That's used in Saphirite chunk sorting. Yeah, so we're getting 50% more iron ore from this process than we were before. Because before we were only getting 2 iron ore for 6 chunks. And now, oh, now we're getting 3 for 8 crystals. And it's a 1-to-1, so how's this working out for me? And I've got a problem here with geodes because this needs to be filtered for the chunks only, which I failed to do. Alright, so I'm going to have to pick this stuff up. And we'll put those back in there. And those geodes I'm going to have to take care of fairly soon as well. Okay. Well, this is running smashingly, I think. That's very nice. Okay, so let's start to figure out what we can do with all this stone. And the idea is to turn it into mineral sludge. If I right-click mineral sludge, I can see that it's used to make mineral catalyst, which is a useful item. And then we can turn it into any variety of ores that we want to use as well. Now, I think what I would like to use it for is to start making uranium. And we can also make fluorite, which we're using somewhere else in the base. Alright. Or maybe what we'll do is I'll stockpile some catalyst and I'll use some of it to make uranium ore as well. But first, let me see, what are we doing? Where are we getting fluorite ore? Is it down here? Yeah, I think this is where we're getting fluorite. So the fluorite we can bring down here and add into our process for making this hydrofluoric acid. Alright, now I've got a few barrels here that I want to get rid of, so let me take care of that here. And why don't I have a lot of empty barrels. Why am I not getting more sulfuric acid? Do I not have any? No, I have quite a lot of it, actually. But my provide threshold is set to 700. All right. 200. And what are... Oh, okay. I'm making more wastewater. That's why. Okay, so let's make this 800 and see if that creates a delivery. It doesn't. Minus 800. That should create... That should create a delivery for sulfuric acid. Why is it not? I've got a lot of it here. This is saying to provide when there's more than 700. And I have 2.3K. So it should be providing. Is this the right thing? Sulfuric acid barrel. Yeah. Request threshold is 200. Okay, I'm confused. Alright, anyway, this is refining sulfuric acid in, but I don't know why it's not working. Let me try to reset it. Sulfuric acid barrel, minus 800. And it worked the first time. And it should request when I have less than 200. What if I remove the request threshold? Let's set the request threshold again. Minus 200? No. Green wires. Son of a gun. I don't know what the problem is. What if I get rid of the provide threshold? Still nothing. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on. Empty barrels, 800. Yep. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do some troubleshooting. I have absolutely no idea why I'm not getting any acid. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, because this one is set as a priority 1. And over here, well, here I have, okay, yeah, here I have 33 barrels of acid. So that's not enough. I think I have to go back to the main base and get rid of the extra sulfuric acid there. Because I set that as a higher priority than my other station because I wanted it to empty out of sulfuric acid. But now there's not enough to satisfy the request. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's just sitting there waiting for that one to get more instead of going to the other one, which has plenty. That kind of defeats the purpose of having priorities, to be honest. Alright, so if I remove the priority, and I remove that acid barrel, and I remove those acid barrels, then there's still nothing going on. Alright, so let me go back over there and try to reset it and see if that works. And if that doesn't work, then I'm really going to be clueless. Okay, so let's put in sulfuric acid barrels. Okay, now we got some. Still nothing. Alright, let's try it again. Sulfuric acid barrel. Minus 800. Nothing. All right, let's try this. Ah, for heaven's sakes. Okay, well, I have no idea what the heck the problem is. I'm going to have to mess around with this. Let's go to waste processing and see if I can figure out why sulfuric acid is not going out. It would be a shame if LTN was just completely broken, because then my whole base would be pretty much at a standstill. Okay. Yeah, we've got lots of sulfuric acid barrels here. One train at a time, provide threshold greater than or equal to 700. All right, what if we change that to 400? Will you do it then? No difference. Okay. Uh-huh. Right. Let's try this. Let's try connecting it. Hey, there we go. Okay, well, at least we got it figured out. The inventory there was... Oh, now what's going on? No, stop. And now nothing is going in there. Okay, well I guess that, yeah, that, because that wire's not hooked up either. Alright, so I just did a bad job setting up that station, apparently. Fortunately, it's not too hard to fix, I think. Yeah, I need the station itself connected to that input, right? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Okay, no, it's already hooked up. It's hooked up with a red wire, and this is what is supposed to be controlling the filters, so I should be getting a signal out of here. That read stopped train. No. Read train contents. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Yeah, it doesn't come from the station to there. It goes from here to there. Yeah, because this tells us what we want. And then this is taking green signal times -1. It's like I've never done this before. Output -800. Okay, so I think I don't want this to go there. What? No. Alright, I got tired of waiting. Alright, well, hopefully when that train goes back, it'll send another one over here. And then I'm going to have to figure out why my train station doesn't work. Okay. Sulfuric acid barrel. Alright, so there should be another train coming for sulfuric acid. Is it going to work this time? I don't know. Why would it? I haven't changed anything. 800. Okay. I have to add in... Okay. Out of here, yeah, this is the part that's wrong. No, that's the part that's right. Okay, so the other thing is I need the contents of the train to go there too. And then it should work. So the contents of the train goes to the output. We'll have the minus 800 on the input. That'll get turned positive. Okay, no, that's not right either. Does that have to go to the input as well? Yes, that goes to the input there as well. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm very late on the time, so we'll let this... I'll continue to troubleshoot this until I get it working. Sorry to waste your time with this. I'll see you next time. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.